Welcome to the Week 7 49ers film breakdown. Welcome to, we are your hosts, your film docents, Grant Cohn, Jack Hammer. How you doing, Jack?
I'm good. How you doing, Grant?
I'm good. I'm really excited to watch the film of this because we were sitting together in the press box watching, but it's always more illuminating to watch it on film. And I think something that they talked about a lot on TV was the fact that the Niners had things that worked on offense that they got away from. In the run game, it was what looked to me like counter gap runs, and they were extremely effective in the first quarter. It looked like they got away from it. Did they? I want to see. Or was there some type of adjustment that Indianapolis made? Also, play action. I think Jimmy was 8 of 11 on play action. Why couldn't they have done more of it? Those are the two things I want to look for. When things work and you get away from them, I'm curious as to why.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I want to look at the run game as well, and kind of what I've seen. We'll go through that right away here because we're gonna see lots of run plays right off the bat. So it'll be a fun breakdown, I think.
There's a couple questions we want to get to just before we start. Justin says, Grant, when will you give Kyle the follow-up question if I need a better answer? The answer isn't good enough for me or the fans. You know, I was hanging out with my dad this afternoon. He said, you know, Kyle's lucky I don't cover this team. I said, I know. I wouldn't let him blow me off the way he blows off some of you guys. I said, I know, and I feel bad. He didn't answer my question yesterday when I said, why are you so confident that Jimmy gives you your best chance to win? And then I said, given that he's lost 3 in a row, and he's like, well, quarterbacks don't lose, teams lose. And I was like, that's on me. I should have said, you didn't answer my question, Kyle. Fine, answer my question. So next time I'll say that. I promise.
Uh-huh.
I can do that. And the other question is from the Jedi. The conspiracy tin hat theory. I like it. My question is, did Kyle help put the scouting department together? And if your theory is right, should Jed step in now? What's good, Grant? No, this is the same scouting department that Trent Baalke had. He inherited it.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yep. The only thing they changed was the GM and the head coach.
That's right. All right, let's get into the film because we are limited on time and we have a lot to learn. Let's do it. Boom. Okay, so we start off with the Niners. This is their first drive. This is their best drive of the season, or one of them.
Yeah, definitely. They were the best drive since the beginning of the first drive against Detroit, and they started off in the same way, play action with a bootleg here from Garoppolo, little crosser from Debo, puts it on him.
I always like when Kyle Shanahan starts games this way because it's his brand, it's his dad's brand, it's his brand, and it's a good way. These are layups, good way to get your quarterback in the flow of the game. This is kind of stuff I think a lot of people would have liked to see against Arizona.
Yeah, and watch the linebackers, how hard they're flowing on it because they're overplaying the strong side here, and so they flow it and they give really hard flow to the right. Really opens it up. I mean, they're not even flow; they're sprinting.
Yeah. So excellent first play call, play action bootleg. That's a play action pass, and it's a 9-yard gain. Those are the two things I'm looking for. As quality control, it's my job to go back and see where Kyle could have done more of the things that worked. It's my homework assignment. He just doesn't know that he gave it to me yet.
Yeah. And then they run this little cutback. Nice gain for 4.
Yeah, that's just inside zone, right?
Yeah. I like that. You really see Brunskill help out McGlinchey on this one. He kind of puts a hand into, I think that's Buckner's chest, and that allows McGlinchey to get there to make the block.
Oh, yeah. Nice job on Buckner.
They just, because of the extra man in the box, there's the one guy they're not going to be able to get to.
Right.
And then they come back and they do something very similar again.
Okay.
And Indianapolis started this game off with these too deep in the beginning. I'm not sure exactly what their thought process was behind doing that, but this is just a really nice finish to the run by Mitchell, and he's getting helped along by his left guard there, Tomlinson, and I think Brunskill's going to be helping him out a little bit too. They're going to help kind of keep his legs moving.
I just like charting the different concepts in the run game. So this is
just an inside. It's an inside trap counter kind of a play.
Okay, so you're blocking down, you're pulling, and looks like power. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an inside power.
Yeah.
Yep. And then, here we go back to the play action game.
Boom.
Boot out.
Oh, yeah. All day. Yeah. So the first 2 throws this game are play action.
Yeah, easy. These are easy throws.
Yep. And once they're both play action to the left, and they both work, and that's a nice throw.
Yeah, nice. I like the fact that he's able to get that off without having to stop. A lot of times we've seen Garoppolo roll to his left and stop, and this we're seeing him be able to do it a couple of times here, moving.
Yes,
keep it going.
That was nice.
Yep.
So now they start running the ball, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna. They're gonna run Ayuk on the end around here. Ayuk needs to keep this outside.
And it's like they show this counter action, and then they don't do it yet. This is a good script.
Yeah, and this play should gain about 7-8 yards, except for he cuts it up inside of Juszczyk. This ball needs to go to Juszczyk's outside. That's really who he should be reading off on this when he gets out to here. Is he should be following 44. He's the wide guy, and see he's got him to the outside, so he's going to be turning, and so that ball's got to be going. That's why he gets blocked there. I think he might get a little. I think he's following 25 instead. I think he should be following Juszczyk instead of the outside.
Makes sense. Because
even if he makes this cut up right here, he's going to get blasted at about the 50, or not the 50, about the 47, 48 yard line by that linebacker that's coming across. But not bad. And now you get Indianapolis sitting back with a soft box because they've got two safeties high.
Here we go.
And they're going to run this one off tackle to the right side.
Okay.
Nice run.
Yeah.
Really good blocking. They set it up.
Okay. Hold on.
Just following Juszczyk into the hole and right off him. Just block down. This is
another inside zone run.
Yeah, it's actually it's not a zone. It's a lead because they're going to kick out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They're kicking out the last guy with the tight end, and instead they're following. It would be a power if Juszczyk was kicking him out, but instead he's leading up through the hole.
Okay, a lead. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Nice one.
They haven't gotten their counter gap stuff yet.
Nope, that's coming up right
now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming up now. So the next one is it's going to be. I think this one's the counter. Yep.
You have Dwelly coming across. Interesting.
Yeah, they don't even. Yeah, and they don't even block 91. Because what they're doing is they've set him up. They feel like he's going to step down with everything because he's going to see the zone going away. Everybody on this is pretty much running zone to the right, except for the running back and Dwelly.
Right, because the way you usually do this is split belly zone. You get this guy to block this guy here, and you run between the tackles. But he's actually faking that block going around, and that's very clever. That's very clever. Right?
Yeah, and
you're making it look like split belly where this guy's expecting Dwelly to cut him, right?
Absolutely.
And he doesn't. He goes around. That's great. Love that.
Yep. And then they're going to come back on right off of that on the next play.
Okay, so that is a concept you got to come back to because it freaking works. Let's see what happens next.
So now they come right off of that. Remember on that last play, they made it look like they're running zone, but instead they ran counter.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to run. Now they're just going to go ahead and run straight counter. But all the blocking looks exactly the same.
Right. Oh, now you got two guys. Now you got two guys coming around. Boom. Nice.
But it's the same look, and I really like this one too. If you watch this one from the all 22 view, watch because they've got 8 men in the box, but those two linebackers in the middle, they take themselves out of the play. One of them's chasing Juszczyk, and the other one's following Garoppolo. The one on the outside's following Juszczyk out. The other one's got his eyes on Garoppolo until it's too late. They don't even get blocked.
Boom, boom, yeah.
An eight man box becomes 6 just by guys overflowing for I don't know why.
Well, he's honoring this boot because you've established it, and
True.
This Juszczyk thing he's essentially going out for a route. Sells the whole thing. It's great.
Yeah, they really make it look like it.
And so basically what you've done in the last 2 plays is run the same concept, but with, different personnel groupings, different window dressing. It looks like different plays, but it's essentially the same thing.
It's the same. It's yes, it's essentially the same thing, but just like you said, the window dressing is different.
Just different window dressing. Great. Mm-hmm. This is how you execute well. You find something you do well and you keep doing it. That's your brand. That's your identity. I love it. Nice. Boom. One more time. Sorry. I really appreciate it. Okay. Counter. That is your identity for this game. You should win on this play, and they don't. So we'll see. They're going to keep doing it in the first half.
Yeah. So this is the very next play after the fumble recovery, and they come right back to it again. Same thing.
It's Werner.
Yep, it's the same, exactly the same concept. You've now got 3 plays building off each other. Boom, boom, boom. The whole first series builds into this series, and then it's after this that I don't know what Shanahan decides he wants to do.
Right, and I just want to watch. You got him booting out here. It's all working very well. It's all tied together very well.
Yeah. Man. And so you've just run the ball 4 times in a row for more than 10 yards. It was 20, 14, 14, 12.
Yep.
And they go away from it.
You go away from it here. You go 3 straight passes. Okay, now you're in the gun on first down.
Yeah, now you come out in a gun, and you're going to run the screen out here to Samuel. Everybody knows where the ball's going before it leaves his hand.
Yeah.
There's not a chance.
Yeah.
But the one thing I'm going to say on this one, they're trying to make it look like they're running out to the right side with the play action right there. When they change the quarterbacks eventually, I'd like to see them run this and have them keep it.
I like that. You have running back going this way, Debo going this way, and Lance between the tackles.
No, not even between the tackles. Take it out wide because that's what they're showing.
I got it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You could even have the running back do something on it. And now they're going to run. Now they're going to go back to that play action. It's a little bit different look. They're a little wide. I think the ball should come out right away, but he doesn't see. He's not looking. He takes his eyes off of Sanu a little quick. Right here, he's looking at Sanu, but Sanu looks covered. Then he starts to open up. And by this point, right now, his head's turned to the inside. He's looking at Samuel, who isn't open. That separation there becomes it. The separation occurs when he takes his eyes off of Samuel and looks over to the right.
Right.
Because the safety's sitting there. The safety's watching him come across, and so he's sitting on top of that. If you watch it earlier, you're going to see Samuel's basically running into him. Because he wants to hit him now.
Play action bootleg.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and he's got guys open. He's got Sanu open now, and then he's got Samuel open later.
Yeah, and by the time Samuel comes open late, it actually becomes to where he can get the ball out. He's looking over here, and then by the time he looks back to him, he just doesn't have the ability to get his feet underneath him to throw it right there.
It looks rough from the end. It looks like Samuel. Yeah, dude, you got to get him to. So you got Sanu early. We've seen that in the all-22, but yeah.
See, if he wants the problem, if he's looking here, he starts to come off because his eyes are looking out to the right, so the safety starts to fall back, and then before that point, Samuel was kind of drifting into him. It's kind of with a quicker quarterback here, like if Five's in the game, he might be able to have a little bit more space to where he can get the ball off and make it a little bit better throw. This is one of the few plays that I said, I mentioned yesterday that there's some plays I think are different if Lance is in the game instead of Garoppolo. That's one of them. And this is another one here. This is one of their bread and butter 3rd and 10 beaters is over the middle to Sanu. And he just covered up really well. And Garoppolo just doesn't have the speed to get outside. Because this is like the play they ran. I'm pretty sure if we went back and looked at the Seattle film again, it'd be pretty close to what they ran against Seattle in a similar situation with Lance. And he hits Sanu. They do this a lot. This time they covered it up. They know it's coming. With Lance there, I think he might be able to get to the first down, or he's going to pick up some yardage. I think his feet are going to get him outside quicker. '23 does a good job there. There's no chance. You're muted.
What's up with that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. It's worth noting, though, that 3 straight passes.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. You know, they come out and they just ran, you know, 4 times in a row for plus 10 yards, and then they come out after that first down and they go 3 straight throws. It makes no sense. That's the kind of stuff that where Shanahan, you know, everybody wants to give him benefit of the doubt. That's the kind of stuff. For me, that's where I usually get frustrated with him. I think that's the kind of stuff where it doesn't make sense to go away from what's been working.
And so we're just doing the offense today, right?
That's correct.
Okay. The Ayuk thing isn't a mystery. Simple. All of his best games came with CJ and Nick outside of New England. He has no rapport with Jim, who only targets favorites. Be interesting. Be something I'd like to go back and look at Ayuk's numbers with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's something to think about. Interesting.
They only played together a couple of times.
There you go. There you go. Interesting observation. All right, back to the film.
Yeah. They get back to the run, little toss here. Good job. Get a nice gain.
Yeah, let's see how they block it up. This
just
is
a toss.
Like the first play against Detroit.
Yeah, it's just a pin with they pin him in with 44, 76 pulls around.
Yeah. 89
gets
pulls
up
around. Yeah.
Yep, gets up to the second level. Nice run.
It's a nice play. So that's something that they've been doing all season, not enough of, but it's been working all year.
Yep. And now they're going to go back to their zone look. Play action it though.
Yep.
Over route, and he hits him.
Nice. Offense still looking good. And this looks like, you know, a lot like that misdirection play where he would come around and go around. This guy's all confused.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's tying together well.
Yeah.
Nice throw. He likes it. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he does. Uh-huh. He's got that jacket whipping.
All right. Okay. Still under center. Everything's looking okay so far. Okay, now.
It's the same zone play like they ran for the touchdown.
Okay. Okay.
Except for this time they're not going to jump out of the middle.
Certainly. Oh, yeah, it is that same zone. Exactly, right? So Juszczyk comes over here. He comes across, but they've seen it now.
Yeah, they've seen it that the linebacker's staying home. That's the difference.
Yeah. He doesn't go. They don't. Yeah, okay.
Really, in reality, pause it right now. 25 should have cut. 25 needs to cut off of McGlinchey's back.
Oh, yeah, cut. Yeah, if he cuts here.
Yep. Because you've got the cut, you've got McGlinchey, you've got, you know, people talk about his vision and stuff like that. Most of the time they're talking about the stuff on his long runs. This is an example of not having the vision to where he needs to go. He needs to put the foot in the ground right here. Right when he puts that left foot down, it's got to be back towards the right off of McGlinchey's hip.
Yeah, I'm with you. He gets 2 yards instead. He could have got more.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure now this looks like the play that they're going to run it this time. But that's the same formation and the same backfield motion as the play action that they threw down by the goal line.
Okay.
Same formation, everything. So for this time, he gives it. It's zone to the left.
Yeah, with no tight end.
Mm-hmm. Because what happened? Yeah, the tight end's in the backfield, and he's going to try to cut it off. They just don't block. They don't block it very well on the front side on that one, and there's no cutback. McGlinchey, that's Brunskill. Brunskill's fault. He doesn't get his head across.
Yeah. Oh. Now you're third and 8.
Well, you got third and 5.
Third and 5.
Third and 5, and they're going to try to take a shot to Hasty, who's manned up on the linebacker, and he's got him beat. And he falls down.
Yeah, trips over the monster.
25. Yeah, the 25-yard line got him.
Yeah, 25-yard line. That's a doozy, though.
It is. It's a bunch. They paint that one a little bit more than the other yard lines, and so it's a little high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So Jimmy's really playing fine at this point. Oh. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. All right.
And then, yeah. No, he's playing. The offense. Yeah. He's played all right. And so that's the first quarter. Now we get into the second quarter. Now this is where things start to fall apart.
Okay. Okay.
This is they open it up with play action, same look again as we've seen, and he's got the over route to Sherfield here.
Yep.
He just doesn't get it out in front of him enough. Kind of short arms the throw.
Interesting. That's a good call. It's a good route. It's a bad ball. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. This is also his first throw into the wind. Remember, at this point in the game, the wind was
People
still.
may not have realized that on television, but it was blowing this way very hard, and that's why I think Joey Sly made that 56-yard kick. He was kicking this way.
Yeah, if they weren't going that way, they wouldn't have tried that field goal.
Yeah, interesting. So he would have needed to actually cut the ball through the wind, and he did not, as you can see. Watching it, I mean, that's a pretty. That's a dome throw right there.
Yeah, and he's throwing it to the right spot. He just doesn't get it there.
Yeah. It was evident that Wentz just had more power when necessary in this kind of a game than Jimmy. But I mean, we knew that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Okay. So this is once again, it looks like he's leading this way and he wraps around this way. They used to do this stuff. Wasn't this the play they did against Cleveland for Matt Breida's 80-yard touchdown run? Remember that?
Yes, at the beginning of the game. It
was,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's the kind of stuff they do. It's kind of a misdirection.
Yeah. That worked. Good run. You got 3rd and 4. Okay. 3rd and 4. You don't have to be in the gun on 3rd and 4. I'm just saying. You don't have to be in the gun on 3rd and 4. That's all I'm saying. You can do play action on 3rd and 4. There's no rule against it.
Yeah, but even then, this isn't this incompletion, but this is on Brunskill. Brunskill gets beat. Garoppolo's got a helmet in his chest as he's trying to throw it to a wide open Hasty. He's just going to get beat by 93 or 94, whatever number is.
Oh, yeah. Brunskill. Oh. You see him do stuff like this. It's like, you're telling me Aaron Banks is worse than this. I can't believe that.
Yeah. I mean.
Can't believe that. And they say, it's a very intricate run game, and Banks doesn't have it all down yet. I bet he's better in pass protection. I bet you he is.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you he is. All right, here we go.
You're muted, Grant.
Sorry about that. So this is split belly, right? He comes across, takes out this guy. Inside zone.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like he just kind of gets caught in the middle a little bit there instead of getting over to the left side fast enough.
Yeah. Hey, you get 5 yards. Run
it's still working.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Still a decent gain.
Okay. So we'll see what they do here on 2nd and 5. They're under center. That's a good start.
They've been in the same kind of look throughout the whole half for the most part, right?
Certainly have.
With a couple of exceptions.
Yep. Really just when they fall, when they're in third down, pretty much. And that awful RPO to Debo. Okay, handoff. And nothing. So let's see what you got. Split belly again, just to the other side.
Yeah.
But now you've kind of lost. I guess I understand what they're trying to do because they had the variation of this in the first quarter, and they're trying to go back to. They thought they set this up, but they didn't.
Yeah, by now the linebackers are staying home. They're not overflowing like they were in the first quarter. Right. In that first quarter, they were really jumping around. Now they're much more relaxed.
Also, I think it seemed like Garoppolo's trying to figure out, which way to run the ball or what he wants to do, and he can't quite read the defense because they're not declaring which safety is going to go back. I don't know. Then he finally does, and they run the ball this way, and there's no room.
Yeah.
Okay. 3rd and 2.
And then they try to run Jermichael Hasty on this little inside route. And I think his path was a little too far inside to begin with. And then you also have, I think he needs to be a little bit wider. And you're going to get Dwelly. He's not going to be able to really get much of a block.
Is that 2 third downs they've gone to Hasty on already?
Back to back. Yeah, they
played in weeks, man. I mean, what? He fell on one. I don't know, man. I don't like third down calls.
This is a third in a row.
3rd in a row, they went to Hasty on 3rd down. Like, really? Why? Why? He hasn't played in weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're using him instead of Sermon, other than the fact that, yeah, I think the thought there is that he's a better receiver out of the backfield.
He tripped over the 25-yard line.
Yeah. No, I understand.
No, I'm not arguing with you. It's just incredible how Kyle Shanahan is so reluctant to like react to the evidence in front of him. It's whatever he wanted to do. It's whatever the plan was.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, so here now they're in the gun. What is this? Hold on. 1st and 10. And they're in the gun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. This is the beginning and the end. And you're doing a gun sweep RPO that, yeah. Okay. To the right. No less. That's good.
Yeah.
And nothing really special. No misdirection. Just, okay.
No, this is, they just give a token throw fake in the back. He's not going to be throwing that.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 in the gun. That was waste. And now you're back in the gun because you're behind the chains.
Yep. So now they're in, is that 2nd and 8?
Yep. Oh, now you're empty backfield. That's great. Love this. Because that's what you want to do with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, but it's wide open. It is. And it just bounces off his chest. I mean, this is a gimme 5 yards, maybe even a first down if he just catches it. How many times have we seen it? How many times have we seen this play though this year? I mean, when I say play, this Debo dropping a screen pass.
Yeah.
That hits him right in the chest.
Yeah. Well, passes were an adventure for the Niners the entire game.
And then here we've got, so now they're stuck because they don't do anything on that 2nd and 8. Now they have a 3rd and long, so now they've got to get 8+. So he's going to have to go. He's just going to miss the out too. He has Dwelly wide open, just misses him.
Oh yeah. Nice route. Nice route on Darius Leonard. Oh.
Yeah, the 49ers had a really good. The 49ers, Darius Leonard did not look like one of the best linebackers in the league against the 49ers the way that they went after him. They had him beat a number of times. They just couldn't get the ball to the guy.
Right. Okay, now he's under center on 1st down. Okay, they figured it out. Get back to that. But,
Drop the snap and pick up a yard.
That's rough. I forgot about this. Oh. Okay. 2nd and 9. You gained a yard. Nice. Positive play. So now you're back in the gun. Anytime the Niners are in the gun on 1st and 2nd down, it's not good. It's not what they do well. It's not confident. Okay, so now they're trying that little sweep to the left, which didn't work to the right. Oh, boy. Yikes. Who got smoked here?
He sees it late. He needs to cut up right now. He needs to cut up earlier than he does, and he stops his feet when he does. I don't think go back to the beginning from the start. I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody blocks 94 because he's on the backside of the plate, and it's supposed to go so wide.
Right.
50 gets smoked. That's who it is. 50 is the reason.
50
is the reason why he stops his feet because he gets pushed back.
Watch Mac one more time. Shoot.
Yeah, he's about 4 yards back, isn't he?
Now we got what, 3rd and 12?
Yeah, 3rd and 12. 49ers haven't completed a pass in a while, and now they finally do.
Yeah, and it's not enough.
And he fumbles it.
Oh, yeah. How have I forgotten this game already? Nice throw against the blitz. You're not going to make it, and you fumble. So really, that's a really good sequence for Deebo Samuel. You drop the ball, you fumble, you're going to drop one later that leads to an interception. Not a good game.
No, I mean, he gets 100 yards receiving, so everybody forgets about those plays. The fact that he just dropped the pass on second down and he fumbles the pass reception.
You think about it. I mean, they were winning until he fumbled, and they would never win again. They would never lead again. Am I wrong?
Correct.
Yeah. So. Okay, so this is great too. Right before halftime, hold on. What's the situation we got? 54 seconds. Niners have 3 timeouts. So do the Colts. Down 1. I think Niner fans wanted something more than what they got. Well, this is 54 seconds before Kyle got booed off the field.
Yeah, they come out here and they get a false start, though.
True.
Good so, stuff. I don't know why they have JaMychal Hasty in the game.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have JaMychal Hasty on 1st and 10 in the backfield under the center, and you're going to run him straight up in the middle line of scrimmage. I just don't.
Why?
Yeah, I don't understand it. And that's nothing against JaMychal Hasty, but you drafted a guy in the 3rd round, and you have an undrafted free agent that just signed last year in his place.
Yeah. So that was a wasted play. And again, what was the concept here? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to chart this as quality control. You called... I mean, that's just pretty straightforward blocking there. What is that? Just inside zone?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Just, I mean, nothing fancy there. Okay. So now you
got too many guys in the box.
Yeah. So, okay, now you got 2nd and 13, and you let the clock go. You didn't call timeout. Okay, because you're afraid of them getting the ball back, I guess. You're in the gun. And you hand off to Hasty again on that sweep that still hasn't worked. 0 for 3.
Yeah, this time it's going to be Brunskill in the backfield. 94.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was abuse.
Yeah. Yeah. They're run real good, and then all of a sudden here and now they're going to just kneel on and get out of it.
13.
But
the 2 handoffs to Hasty were capitulation.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, before we get to the second half, East Dad says, before the loss to the Cardinals, I noticed McGlinchey talking to Garoppolo and Mack, and Trent went out and held twice each. Smell sabotage against Trey? Oh, my God. I hope not.
Nah.
Hey, we're all going to play bad today just to make Trey look bad. Hey, Grant, how are you? Is that Sardal? Hey, Sardal. I'm all right, man. Good to see you. It's good to talk to you, man. We'll do another show soon, all right? Anyone else? Sardal Gupta. All right, cool. Let's get back. All right, here we go. Second half.
The legend, Sardal.
The legend. Once again, I'm a stickler on this stuff, but 1st and 10, you're in the gun. Okay, let's see how it goes. 1st and 10, in the gun, play action. Nice. Hey, at least you had a little play action. That's good. I like that. That's like an Andy Reid play right here. Yeah, one guy going this way, this guy coming this way, and you hit him right between the middle. I like that.
Yep.
I like that. I like it. Okay. 1st down? Yes, 1st down. And you're under center again. Nice. Confidence. A brand.
Yeah, it's kind of back.
People looking confident.
It's an 8-man box.
Play that was working so well where he would come across and not block the guy. Right, because on the other one, you take the counter step here and come back here. But in this one, it's just you hit it here. You're just this is
the zone that they were running earlier. They've run this a few. This is the same one that they were. Yeah, and the problem is 76 doesn't make the block.
Right.
He's coming down and misses the linebacker.
He misses big time. But again, what I'm trying to chart is this beautiful freaking play where you make it look like split belly. They think you're going here, and you take this counter step and bend it back over here. You're averaging like 11 yards per carry on that run, maybe 12. Do it again. But no, we're going to do split belly. Oh, and again, it's the same thing with use check running this route, right?
Yes, and there's no reason. I mean, and what you're saying isn't wrong because the defensive end isn't like the defensive end is staying outside because he's afraid that they're going to run outside of him. That defensive end still he's still crashing inside.
Right. And I understand they got a touchdown on this concept earlier, and that's why they're going back to it. But they had other concepts that were working. Okay, so now what is it? 2nd and 6, and you're in the gun. That's unnecessary.
Yeah, no, it is. That's where you just ran that play. So if you're going to go back off of what their process had been up to this point, your next play off of that is to come back and run the counter. That's to come off of what you just ran, right?
Thank you. Yeah, that's the slider off the fastball, not this.
Yeah, instead you go back to your shotgun run game and you just don't get anything.
Yeah, your shotgun run game with Jimmy just ain't it. It's not. I'm sorry.
It wasn't really all that, it was okay last week, I guess, with Sermon, but they got to get, or with Lance, but they got to, regardless, they need to just keep running the ball underneath center.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so they get they pick up a yard there.
3rd and 5, they rush to the line. Dude.
And they get it's a false start on 23.
Why did they have to do this with, I guess, okay, so you have 30 seconds on the play clock. It's 3rd and 5. And you rush up to play, you got, dude, like, Jermichael has been out for a month, man. Can you get him off the field? Dude, Kyle, oh my God.
Yeah, it's just, this is going to be it. It's just, all it is it's going to be a quick screen to Samuel. Yeah. With the receivers out of that bunch look. You got 4 guys over there, and he's like he's just, that's why they're rushing it, though.
Right.
But Hasty just got to get up there and get set.
Right.
Oh, then he dropped this.
You talk about poor execution. Well,
you dropped the snap anyway.
Players who can execute, dude.
Yeah, the ball hits him in the hands and he drops it anyway.
One more time, I want to see that. Oh,
in reality he gets bailed out by the false start of Hasty.
He does. That's true. I've forgotten about a lot of these plays. I don't know what happened, but that game was a blur. Okay, 3rd and 10. It's a nice throw.
Yeah, it's a nice route. It's that's
per game.
This is one of the concepts they run a ton of. Just a little. They got a curl to kind of hold the linebacker with the in route right behind it.
And it's the throw that Jimmy throws the best.
Yeah. See, they got the out, pulls the linebacker out of the way, and then you've got the route right behind him.
Yep.
It's simple.
Job. Yeah, simple, effective. 1st down. 3rd and 6. Shotgun. Kyle. Why? Kyle, you're down 1 point. Oh, God, dude. If I Yeah. Oh, man. I'm so glad I'm not actually quality control for them.
Jeez. Just keep running the stuff that you're going away from what's been successful. There's no reason to get into the gun.
Oh, God. And it's like you haven't established any concept in the run game that works in this game from the gun. Why are you doing this? Okay, because you like this play action concept. Well, they know you don't run the ball effectively from the gun in this game.
Yeah, and the linebacker doesn't even move. He just sits right in the hole.
Lucky. Oh, one more time. It's amazing how good things happen when the quarterback is under center in this offense. Okay, 2nd and 10, he puts him under. Wow. Last series, 2nd and 6, he got scared. 2nd and 10, wow, okay. Nice, Kyle. Because there's no rule against doing play action on 2nd and 10 or handing off. Hands off, though.
5 yards.
That's 5 yards. Cool. What is the play?
It's that
same one from earlier. The same one.
I like that counter.
Mm-hmm. I know he had a poor game, but I just like to say nice block by Dwelly.
No, that was a nice block by him there.
That was. All right. 3rd and 5.
Moore gets beat quick.
Oof.
There's nobody open. Your receiver the receiver that should be open in the middle of the field trips.
Yep.
And he just got to hold on to the ball. Is that Dwelly? It is Dwelly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, beaten pretty quick. Nice tackle. Then McGlinchey gets beaten a little later.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
No, he's got a. The problem here is he's looking in the middle of the field because it's going to be open. Where he's looking is the right spot. The middle of the field is going to be open. 82 is open if he doesn't fall.
He trips. over him.
Yeah, and then he gets hit, and he has Hasty out on the side as his check down guy. But after he gets hit, he's not going to get the ball to him because he's just trying to get his balance again. But he needs to keep two hands.
Dwelly falling, Moore getting beat, and then McGlinchey getting beat. Yeah, those were the three mistakes that led to that mistake.
Yeah, and that's a tough one, but he can't fumble the ball.
Of course not, absolutely not. But it's interesting. There's like 3 mistakes led to the ultimate mistake.
Yes, okay. Absolutely. And now this series right here is just a comedy of errors. 1st and 10.
Here. Okay. Mm-hmm. They're under center. I mean, that's good. You're not in total panic mode yet. You almost get Buckner to jump.
They're going to give you that same zone look out of play action. Boom. Right. Hits it over the middle. Completed.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Except for you have your left tackle gets called for illegal man downfield.
No.
He needs to keep.
I forgot this entire game, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, he needs to keep.
No. And he tries to come back. He tries to come back like he didn't do it. That was good.
He needs to keep himself flat. There's no reason for him to get downfield like he does. I know he needs to make it look like that's where he's going because they're trying to sell the run to draw the linebacker up so that Samuel can get behind him. But he's too far. He just loses himself when that guy. Yeah. Sit.
Oh, so that's where not having Trent Williams hurts you. Okay, so now you're 1st and 15 and you're in the gun, which is where you don't want to be. Okay.
Yep, and they're going to have a shot play. It's open, and Dwelly gets beat.
Oh, nice play action with a pocket movement off the gun. Yeah. So that's nice. And what's supposed to protect him with Dwelly here, and
he can't.
You just got Dwelly on a D end. That's tough.
Well, what's supposed to happen? Dwelly's got him. Dwelly's supposed to pin him in because they're trying to get Garoppolo to his outside.
Right, of course.
And he gets beat. You see the flag coming in before Garoppolo starts to step to his left.
You really have to have a hell of a blocking tight end to put him on a D end and feel confident. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, the expectation is the guy does step in like they expect, right? Right. And Dwelly just needs to do a better job of kind of driving him down the line of scrimmage is really what he needs to do.
Oh, he just hangs on and gets dragged. He does a terrible job.
Yeah, exactly.
I would think Kittle would do a better job here. I would, of course. That's a tough assignment. But yes, it's a good play design if Dwelly's a better blocker.
Yeah, and this is one of those plays I keep seeing pop up
here. So much depends on this block. Put Warner there. I mean, honestly, I love Dwelly, but this isn't what he's not a blocking specialist. You don't throw him the ball.
No, with this set right here, it's you're right. Warner should be the guy there, or if you want to use 82, whatever. But that guy's got to drive down, and if, like you said too, if it's Kittle, it probably gets blocked up. My whole thing on this one is this is a play that's popping around on Twitter as far as that being a Garoppolo's fault. That's not Garoppolo at all. That's the tight end getting beat, and he's trying to get the ball out to where it's supposed to go. The other thing, too, when you watch that from the L20...
You could say it's on the tight end. You could say it's on the play designer for asking the backup tight end to do that block. But it's hard to say it's on Jimmy. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
And then the other thing, too, though, when you show it from the L22, real quick again, we have time. Sure. I think on this one, I don't think he's really running a post. I think he's going to be running a cross. Let's just watch his route. He's going up. He's going to go post. A corner. And then he kind of flattens it out real quick. I mean, he's going to go deep, but maybe he's flattening it out because he sees what's happening in the backfield. I don't know.
Is this Ayuk? Because he's actually open.
Yeah, it's Ayuk. Yeah, they're trying to go to Ayuk. They're trying to hit him deep. Shanahan, this is one of the plays that Shanahan mentioned when he was asked about it yesterday.
You would just need a hell of a block from Dwelly there. Interesting.
I think you're right. If that's George Kittle, this is a
Yeah, you can call that play with confidence if it's Kittle, but with Dwelly, I mean that's what I would expect to happen. Nothing against I love Ross Dwelly, but that's not.
Oh yeah,
it's not his strength. That's the end. That's a freak. He's probably 275 pounds. Good luck.
Yeah, he just needs to keep driving that thing down.
He didn't drive at all. He just grabs on for dear life there, and
If he just blocks him like he's run blocking him, I think everything works out fine. Let's say he's able to drive him down like he's run blocking him. It all works out.
But he goes into pass protection mode. Like, no, dude, no.
Yeah,
and mirror this guy.
Yeah, empty. They're going to go screen to 15, and he drops it.
If that was Kittle, you wouldn't shut up about that, Grant. Be consistent, quality control. He said with dude. I just said that Kittle would get that block. Also, he's paid $16 million to get that block.
We just spent 5 minutes saying that Wally blew the
yeah, we blew that. All right,
blew the block.
We blew the block.
Yeah. Then they run the screen.
Yeah.
So they've got an illegal man downfield. They've got a holding, and now they got a drop.
Hold on. Hey, this is 1st and 25, and you're throwing to Jennings, who was inactive 2 weeks ago. Look, I like Jennings, but you know, Ayuk. Please.
This is it's the kind of play that they threw to Ayuk last year, right?
Yes.
I mean, last year this is similar to the throw that they threw to Ayuk, the ball they threw to Ayuk for the touchdown against the Eagles. Now this year they're giving it to Jennings, and they've been doing it with Jennings throughout the year.
Yep.
At times, they threw it to him there though.
Hey, there he is. That's it. That's all you get, and he caught it, and they're still not happy because he wasn't quite open enough when he caught the ball, Jack.
I mean, yeah. You would think you try to get the ball to your best receiver every once in a while, and now you're in 3rd and 19.
Smart people do. I don't know what.
3rd and
understand geniuses.
Yeah, 3rd and 19, and this is just a give up call. Let's get off the field. Might as well have just had the quarterback take a sneak. You're gonna get
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1st and 10. They are still it's a 1-score game, and the 4th quarter just started.
Yep, and this is another 3 and out, but of a different variety.
Okay. They haven't gone back to that wonderful counter design since the 1st quarter, and it's killing me.
Yeah,
and that's a nice throw.
Yeah, this one they've got. He can go either direction. He's got Debo and Ayuk both open. They're both running. They're basically just running across each other's face, and he needs to pick a side.
You know what? I feel like they've had a ton of success in this game booting left.
Yeah,
booting left.
That's primarily what they've done.
Yep, boot left, and I love the boot left throwback right. Love that. This is a lot like that touchdown pass that Lance had in the preseason.
Very similar, yes.
Hold on. How do they block it? Is Dwelly involved? No, it's Warner. They got Warner. Hey, what do you freaking know? I should coach.
It's all zone. They've gone back on this play. They went back to what they've been doing throughout the game. They're showing that hard zone, which they've been running so much. Bootleg off it. Look at all the linebackers.
And they have 2 guys protecting and not just one. It's Warner and Juszczyk, not just Dwelly. Good job, Kyle. He made the adjustment.
Yeah.
Nice. And you get a big play out of it. All right, 1st and 10 to 41. Let's see how he messes this one up, Jack.
Same look again.
To the right. Oh wow, he's open. Beautiful. Oh, this is the beautiful drive, right?
It is. That's why I was joking around. That's why I said it's a 3 and out.
3 and out, right? Yeah. I like that. Right, because the best thing an offense could do is 1 and out.
Exactly.
1 and out. Yeah, I like that. Let's just go 1 and out. Touchdown. All right. So that was a cool play to Warner. You booted left, you booted right. Now you're going to do a play action straight drop, I think.
I think it's going to be.
He's going to come around and, okay. So you move the pocket a little bit to the left, but he stops. Was he looking at the tight end first? Is that the first read? Probably.
Yeah, he's looking to the tight end. It's red. This is a really nice play. It's a really nice adjustment by him and Debo. Because it's supposed to be boot, but again, they want him to hold up. They want him to go to the tight end, and Samuel's supposed to come across. There's nobody.
And if he's not, he can go here, but he's not really open either. And Debo, so what do? This is cool.
Yeah, it's a nice come off it, find an open spot, and Garoppolo holds on to it and puts it on him.
Poise and confidence and creativity. It's really nice. This is, honestly, it's one of the better plays Jimmy's made in a while. Now he had time to make it. Great.
Yeah, it's a great play between both of them.
Yeah,
really.
Absolutely.
He does a nice job of holding it.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's just nothing open on that one. I don't see where he's throwing the ball.
Why are you in the gun? Why? It's just not your brand.
Yeah.
Your offense is not as good in the gun, especially with this quarterback. He's not a running threat. I just don't see it. I don't get it.
Well, that plus nobody on the Colts was worried about JaMychal Hasty beating him.
That's a better point. Why is JaMychal Hasty in the game? Why? I like JaMychal Hasty, but why? You don't trust Trey Sermon, but you trust JaMychal Hasty to I'm sorry. It doesn't make any sense, sir. Sir. Okay, here we go. The score is they're down
20.
5.
Yeah, 23-18 because they had a long drive, kick a field goal.
They're down 5. Still a game.
Back under center, back to their zone. But that's a nice gain. It's a good gain of 4 or 5 yards. But McGlinchey, not McGlinchey, that's going to be, let's see who it is that gets beat. 99 gets across somebody's face. Brunskill.
Yeah, and again, like it's just split belly with him coming across and cutting him down. Like, why don't you go back to that variation that was working and get outside? It would work. It would so work on this play if Juszczyk went around 53 and he bounced outside. It could have been there. I don't get it.
Yeah, Juszczyk's got a. I don't think he does a very good job on this block. I think he needs to get turned his hips around a little bit more instead of blocking him the way he does.
Okay.
He needs to get outside of him and turn him a little bit more instead, so that because the way that he blocks him, 53. I mean, he's a really good linebacker. He's able to just come right off it and make the play.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 2nd and 6, and you're in the gun. Something good's going to happen probably.
Yeah, this is
probably going to get the ball. I'm thinking.
No, it's going to Werner. This is a tough one because the way they line up and the routes they run, the 3rd and 6, and everybody's running routes at 6 yards, and if you look at the bottom of the screen, you've got Juszczyk and Ayuk are basically covered by the cornerback because they're sitting in zone. They're in a kind of a cover 2, I think, when this one gets snapped.
Yeah, this guy can get both of them.
Yeah, he's got both of them covered down there. At the top of the screen, you got the slant running right into a linebacker. So that's the only guy that's open is the run. Yeah, it's just not a very good.
This is awful. Bobby Slowick, not impressed. Or Kyle, I don't know. Okay. 3rd down. That's great.
Yeah, so this sets up the 3rd and 3. This is the one everybody's talking about because you're going to get this is the Sanu open over the middle. Yes, he's going to come over. But they're showing pre-snap. It's cover 1 down on the bottom. He comes open early, but the only way that ball is going to come out is if he declares before the snap that he wants to throw it to the right because this is a quick, so it's got to come out fast. I don't think that ball ever gets – that ball's coming out of his hand. It's supposed to be coming out of his hand before Sanu really breaks free. So, looking to the left, he's got –
I see what you're saying.
I mean, I don't know.
He's got Debo one-on-one, so why wouldn't you like that?
And that's kind of the problem is that you've got Debo one-on-one on the one-on-one, and if he's your best receiver, that's who you want to take the shot to. Right. When we asked Shanahan yesterday if any of these interceptions, what he'd want to have back, this isn't the one that he talked about. He was talking about the second one. It wasn't this one. I think he was fine with where the ball went on this throw. The ball hits Debo, and he needs to make the catch. I know it's not in the right. The ball needs to be a little more to his outside, but it still hits him in the chest.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you. I didn't really fault Jimmy for this pick. And after the game, I faulted him for the fumble, which he's at fault for, even though there were 3 people who made mistakes before him, and the second fumble, the second interception. We're going to see that one too. I'm with you on this, man. This was actually it's a fine read. It's 3rd and 3. You got one-on-one with Debo. He's essentially open past the marker. You hit him in the numbers. It's not the best throw, but dude, freaking catch the ball, Debo. What is your dude? He's the whole offense goes through you, but if you give him 10 targets, he'll drop 2 of them and fumble 1. So what good is he? Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but like for someone who's supposed to be a superstar, I don't know that you can justify it. The more you give him the ball, the strange things happen.
Yeah, and the thing with this play is everybody sees Sanu run up the middle, but I don't think again unless that's the side like you got to go back to I'm going back to what Shanahan said. I said this before I heard Shanahan say it, but you're looking at a side.
Yeah,
I understand the reaction because you see Sanu coming open, they do this a lot where they get into the trips and then the bunch like that, and then they throw out to the opposite side.
Coming open is because the middle safety is, well, first of all, Jimmy's telegraphing the throw. The middle safety's reading him. He's vacating the middle because he's going to where Jimmy's going. I mean, if Jimmy were looking here, the safety would be over here.
Well, and they bust the coverage. It's a busted coverage. They have two guys follow the Hughes check.
True, but look at the free safety.
I understand. Yeah, no, he's reading Jimmy. From the time the ball snapped, Garoppolo's going to his left.
Yeah. I mean,
watch his feet.
Look at him. Yep.
You know,
Jimmy.
So and who knows? Maybe this is a play. Maybe part of the reason why Shanahan's not putting it on him is because maybe Shanahan said, "This is what you're going to see, and this is where I want you to go."
Because Kyle is that kind of guy. I want you to go to Debo.
It could have been that. It could have been that. And even if it's not, even if it's just on Jimmy, I don't have a problem with him going to his best receiver on 3rd and 3 and hitting him with it.
Yeah. Okay. Next series.
That's it.
All right. Jermichael gets the ball, does something good for the first time. That's good. Nice.
Yeah. Now they're down by 12, so it's just garbage time. That was another one over the middle to Dwelly.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just the Hasty?
Yeah. Because now's the time to get Hasty involved, for sure.
Yeah, this is the interception. This is the one where Shanahan says he wants him to go somewhere else. I think he wants him to go to Ayuk at the top of the screen. He's got him open he's got a bigger hole to Ayuk at the top.
Yeah. Because that looks like quadruple coverage.
Yeah, that's a tough hole. That ball's already been thrown. Let's go back to right before he throws it. Right there. See, he's going to have him open. I think that's because he's got that safety off deeper. I think that's a better throw off to the left side.
Yeah. And
then the ball slips out of his hand. Overthrow. It doesn't matter if it slips or not. That's a bad read.
Yeah, that's a bad read. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Ooh, that really does come out of his hand funky. Man, that's
we talk about the wobblers with Lance. Look at that thing.
Whoa.
Holy that looks like the guy on the beach trying to throw a Nerf ball into the wind at the beach.
Honestly, yeah. That was like I didn't know balls could move that way. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And now the game's over, right?
Yeah, and then they get the sack here. Before Buckner finishes the game off.
Which is just
perfect finish to the game.
I don't know what you pretty much. Buckner against Lynchy. How did I think I was not watching as closely at the end.
No, we were in the elevator at this point, I think.
That's pretty oh man. Okay. Well, fitting end to a atrocious game. I gave Jimmy Garoppolo an F for that performance afterward. He did turn the ball over 3 times, and that's the primary reason I gave him an F. The second one, I don't think it was his fault. Still, 2 turnovers isn't great. He did better than I thought. I mean, my impression after watching this was, I understand Kyle not benching him in the sense that it's not his fault they lost, but I don't understand Kyle not benching him in the sense that it's not working with Jimmy. And you need to acknowledge that you're now a team that's playing for next year, dude. You need to acknowledge it, and he won't yet. And I understand they're only 2-4, but he's kidding himself.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I understand it too. I got it. I heard it, but it wasn't something that I thought of right away when I heard him say it yesterday. But he talked about going, the 3-6 start, how they made the playoffs that year.
What year
started a rookie. That was in 2012 when he had a rookie.
That's right. And he got better.
He got better. I mean, and I think the problem that the 49ers have right now is that I don't think it really matters whether you have Garoppolo or Lance in the game. The problems that they're having go beyond the quarterback position.
Yes.
Because the problems that we saw in this game from the offense were the same problems we saw 2 weeks ago with Lance at quarterback, and it was what we saw before, against Seattle and so on. If the time comes, or when the time comes that they finally make the move to Lance, I sure hope that they use this offense with him, though.
Yeah, thank you.
Because this is what if they do this with him
in this game for Jimmy, that's perfect. You could do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything that was in here that would be outside of what he would be comfortable with doing, or you should expect him to do.
Right. I have one more thing I want to add, since I came into the game looking, trying to chart the different run concepts and see like when Kyle banded which ones. The one concept that I thought was just genius. We talked about it. They showed it early in the game. It looks like split belly zone, where you get the guy coming across and you try to hit sort of in the A or B gap on the other side. But no, it's counter. You take one step that way, you come this way, and he slips that block, and you go around. It's genius. And it worked. Mm-hmm. And they didn't run it after the first quarter. That kills me, man. That kills me. Yeah,
that's true. Because they did go back to the zone look, the split belly look, but they didn't come back to the counter off of it. Yeah, and that's
and I know, the kind of stuff. I know it's hard for a head coach. There's so many things you got to watch and keep track of. He needs to have someone in the booth tracking these things. That's what quality control is.
Well, that's Kyle, what the quality.
You're averaging 12 yards a carry on this concept. Don't forget it. You're averaging 12 yards a carry. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what the quality control guys that they have on staff are supposed to be doing during the game, is charting this stuff and get that
Kyle,
down to.
You haven't called this in a while. I know you haven't forgotten, but you're averaging 12 yards a carry on this. You might want to come back to it. And he didn't. It kills me, man. And I remember I've been doing this for a while, and Harbaugh was great, and Greg Roman was great, and they were really good with the run game. And I remember they lost a game to the Chiefs. I think it was Andy Reid. They lost a game, and they had something that was working. I think it was like the crack tag, where like, block down and you pitch, and it was something that was working, and they didn't get back to it. And I went back and I charted, and I said, Greg, on a Thursday, you averaged, I think you got 27 yards on 3 carries with this concept. Why didn't you come back to it? And he said, that's a good question. It's my job as the offensive coordinator to continue doing plays at work. That's on me. That's what he said. And so I was like, okay, fair enough. Good answer. Kyle, it's on you. It's on you. It's you owe it to the 49ers to not abandon something that works, especially when your offense is struggling. If you had a million other things that were working fine, but you don't. You had 2 things working in this game, that and play action, and you only scored 18 points.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the fact that you asked that question, and then that's the response that you got from Roman, because it shows, it's not putting it off on somebody else. It's, that's a mistake by me, and that's something to maybe bring up tomorrow. To Shanahan is, hey, you were killing it on the counter, and you went away from it completely. Why?
Right. And he'll always say, well, if we'd been better on third down. No, Kyle. No, I just watched the entire all 22. All those times when you went to standard split belly, one of them. I don't even know what the word is for what you designed in the first quarter. It was just brilliant, and I loved it. And you could have done it more than twice. I think he did it twice. Was it 3 times or twice?
The counter. I think they ran it 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times? Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, I always love watching the film with you, man. It's illuminating, and it takes the guesswork out of it. We know exactly what happened. Jimmy, once again, not as bad as It's the same thing with Mullins last year. Quarterback loses the game. There's a lot of like, dude, you suck. But you go back and watch, it's like, well, it really isn't all him. But the big picture is here. It's not working. And if you need a spark, if you need to plan it for the future, when are you going to start doing that? And it's not a Jimmy problem. That's a Kyle decision. And his decision-making, one after another, I'm lost. So I don't know.
You've asked me this question. When do I feel like they're going to make the move? You asked me that question, and I think it might, and that was, I think, back a couple weeks ago before the Arizona game. You and I had a conversation, and I told you then I think it's not going to happen until they're out of it.
Okay.
No,
and that's what he said, right? Like when we're eliminated. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He kind of hinted at that. That's the direction that he wants to go.
Strange though. I mean, compare it to the Ravens. Like they didn't wait until they were eliminated to go to Lamar Jackson. They waited until they were 1 game under 500. They're like, okay, that's enough.
Sure.
That's enough. The Niners are like, we can't. It's just strange. I mean, what makes you so confident that not Jimmy can turn it around, that the team with Jimmy can turn it around? I'm not confident in that.
Yeah, I think that if it would have been interesting to see the decision-making process that he would have had to go through if Lance didn't injure his knee in Arizona. I think that changes a little bit of. I think that's got to be taken into consideration when we're ripping on Shanahan for what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Because maybe we're going to see him against Arizona or on the Monday night game against the Rams.
Maybe the injury is more serious than they've said. They do that a lot. They'll be like, it's just a 1 to 2 week injury. It's not that serious. And then 2 weeks later, they'll be like, oh, that was a big injury. Did we not say that? Well, we meant to say that was a really serious. They do that all the time. He said that yesterday. It was a big injury. Oh, word? Yeah. You said it. I thought you said it was a mild injury. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. I guess it's none of our business, right? Yeah. Victor says that's a play Kyle would come back to and have Jimmy look the other way. Sorry, that was about 15 minutes ago. I don't know what we're talking about here. Sorry.
Okay.
But, yeah. Bay Area Baller says 5-yard hitch versus press is not the read, work the trips. This was.
Yeah, he's talking about the interception, the first one. He's talking about that one. The reason I know that is he said that to me yesterday on Twitter, and I understand it. I understand the people that say work the trips. I also understand work your best receiver, because if Joe Montana is out there and he's got Jerry Rice on the left side, you go to Rice, right? But that's what he would have done.
Or maybe in that situation you adjust the route and give him like a fade or something like that if it's versus press.
Yeah, it could have been. I mean, maybe there's lots of different ways that it could have been. But in third and 3, I don't think you want to go down the field. But it's
also again. I mean, it seemed to me that Sanu was open because the middle of the field safety. I know there was a coverage bust, but that middle of the field safety would have been there had Jimmy not telegraphed it to the left.
Sure, and then at the same time, if Jimmy decides that he wants to throw to the trip side, to the bunch side, and you don't have the bust, then everybody's saying, why didn't you throw it to Debo? He's your best receiver.
What
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's a reaction post play to seeing the guy streaking down the field,
of course,
and on top of and it's blown up across everywhere.
That's why I like to focus more on you. Demonstrated you had a play that worked in your run game, and you went away from it after the first quarter. That's on you. That's not Monday morning quarterback and being like, hey, these things didn't work. No, this worked. You knew it. You had the numbers, the yards per carry, and you just forgot about it or whatever. That's on you.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't run the ball well after the first. They ran really good in that first series of the game. I think they had 70 yards or something like that on those first few carries, and then they only ran the ball for about 40 yards the rest of the game.
It seems to me what they were hoping was that by doing I don't know what they call that concept, but it's a fake split belly where you slip the block and take it around outside like a counter. I think they were hoping that would sort of soften that unblocked D end, and it would make the split belly more effective because all of a sudden he's not crashing down, he's waiting back, and there's this huge hole. But it didn't work out that way. He still kept coming down, and whenever they ran the split belly, there was no hole. So do it, keep doing it. It's working. Keep doing it. What do you call that? I don't know, counter.
Yeah, you're right. The hope is that you get the end sitting so that you can run up inside of them. But the end never softened up, and then when they ran it up inside and they still gained a few yards, the next play call should have been somebody telling him go back to the counter because he's still hitting it hard. That's why you have the guy. Yeah. That's why you have the guys up there to tell you that kind of stuff.
Because to me, this is I like using baseball metaphors because I played baseball. To me, it's like that counter was the slider in the dirt that the hitter couldn't lay off. And you've seen it. You've thrown it down and away twice, and they're flailing at it. And you don't keep throwing it? Dude, that's awesome. You throw that every time. You're not throwing strikes, and he's swinging. Why are you throwing fastballs inside? What are you doing? That's the way I look at it. Like, dude, you got it. You owe it to the whole team to keep doing that, pitcher.
Yeah, no, you're
come on, bud. It works.
100%. That's what Shanahan did in 2019 in the championship game, right?
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Yes. Oh, you can't hit the slider down and away? Well, that's all I'm throwing today. That's all I'm throwing today. And you lost. Good luck next year.
Because the Colts never showed that they could stop both of those plays together. The 49ers just stopped mixing them up because they got slowed. They kind of got off track, and they just never found their way back to it.
Yep. Well, learning lessons, Kyle. I want to get that quote from Greg Roman because I never ever delete any of my transcripts. I could get that one. Anyway, that was fun. That was fun, Jack.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Jack. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.
You had another one. Tell him that the answer to the question, it was a $2 one. He was asking if they got away and they threw the ball too much.
Jack, did the Niners force the pass too much?
I don't feel like they forced the pass too much. I think they. I don't know. What do you think, Grant? Do you feel like they forced it too much? The only time I would say they forced it too much was early on in the game. That's when I feel like they forced it.
That one where they had the 3 straight. Yeah.
The second possession.
I don't look. It's not that they didn't run the ball enough and they didn't pass the ball enough. They had run concepts that work, and they got away from him. They had pass concepts that work, and they got away from him. That's the problem. Like, all of a sudden, the fourth quarter starts, and they have that easy-ass drive of 3 plays. Like, wait a second. It's that easy? How do you explain the last 2 quarters? So, yeah, I mean, that's just kind of losing your rhythm and getting away from stuff that works. That's why this game was so maddening. They had a run concept that worked and a play action concept that dovetailed off of it, and you couldn't make it. Come on.
Well, yeah, it's like it's look at they get the touchdown running. They run the ball good I'm going back to the beginning of the game. They run the ball good on first down, 3 straight passes out. You know, they kick a field goal. Then they go 3 straight play action passes down the field, showing that it works. And they come out of that with a run, which is fine. But then the next now you've got 2nd and 6. It's a perfect play action down.
Perfect.
And you go shotgun with quick game, everybody within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. You know, one guy covering 2 kind of thing. And that's a bad play call. Path from Shanahan.
My favorite thing to do when we do all 22 is to critique the coaches, because it's important to critique the players too. But I feel like, anyone could do that. Not anyone, but it's right in front of you. Taking it to the next level is not criticizing the coaches, but honestly critiquing them and praising them for what they do well. And I think we did a good job of that today.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was the 49ers just continue to give us good things to talk about.
This season, last season was bleak and disheartening and depressing. This season could be even worse, but it's very interesting because, like, when are you going to go to Trey? Are you not going to go to Trey? Like, even though it's a bit of a train wreck, I think Niner fans are not going to check out on this season. People are very freaking interested as to what's going to happen. Like, Kyle, are you going to be here? Is Trey going to be? Like, is there a future that we can be hopeful for here?
Yeah.
If they lose to the Bears, here's my question. Because here's after the game, everyone's like, what happened on 3rd down? Forget that. They lose to the Bears. Kyle, it's my question. Kyle, you've now lost 5 in a row. You didn't play any of your rookies really in this game other than, XYZ. You have no first round pick next year. You have no first round pick the year after that. Why should anyone be confident in the direction of this franchise? How about that? That's the question if they lose to the Bears, right? That's the question. And that's a fair question. Give us something inspirational, Kyle. Give us something inspirational.
No, I agree. I agree.
Like, I didn't say you should be confident in the future of the franchise. That's good. I like that. Kyle. That's good. I didn't say you should. Good. Then let's fire you. I'm just saying, beat the Bears, Kyle. Beat the freaking Bears. They're scoring 14 points a game. I think you can do it. I believe you.
I'm pretty sure I could give you the answer to that question.
What did he say?
We just it's Trey Lance. We just do our first round pick we have a first round pick next year. It's Trey Lance.
Where is he?
No, I hear you.
When are you going to play? No, that's not for you. I'm just saying, okay, when are you going to play him? And why should the fan base be confident that Lance is going to tear it up next year if you're not going to play him at all this year? If he's not ready now, why is he going to be ready next year? But I'm not going to argue with – you can't argue with the head coach in a press conference, but let him say something inspirational. Oh, it's Trey? Great. Okay, cool.
You should argue. Tell him to answer your question.
Answer my question. Okay, that's the end of the show. I think. No, there's one more. Hold on, there's one more.
You know, a guy used to tell him to answer your question. You ask a question. I asked you a question. Answer my question.
My dad asked Jed York something, and Jed said, "I don't know how to answer that. I don't know what you want me to say." And my dad just reached for the microphone and said, "Say something."
Wasn't that when he asked him if he was going to fire himself?
Yeah. Kyle does not make a D defend the whole field. That's why it all falls apart. I thought he used to, man. I don't know what's going on.
Well, when you look at his concepts, that's definitely the case sometimes.
Fields might be the one to break Kyle's back. Oh, wouldn't that be irony? The guy that he didn't even want. He was you were drawing up for plays for Lance when you left? Okay. I don't know. Anyway. All right. The show is over, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care.